Hey you, and welcome to the second video on how to give a public speech. In this video, we're going to start writing our speech. Keep watching. When we're about to start writing our speech, the first thing we need, of course, is a topic. If possible, choose something that you are passionate about, because when you write from passion, it has a lot more meaning and it's a lot easier to come up with ideas of what you want to say. Once you have your topic, what you need to do is you need to brainstorm your topic. And what you do is you put your topic in the middle of a page, and then from that middle you have lines and you write down ideas. And write down anything and everything. There is no right or wrong. So get all your ideas down. You can filter them out later. If you don't like it, it can go. But at this stage, everything goes on your page. Once you have brainstormed your piece, you need to figure out what angle you want to take. And the angle you take is reliant on your audience. Are you giving your talk to a group of children or adults? And what objective is your talk going to have? Do you want to persuade people, inform them, inspire them, educate them, or maybe just entertain them? All these are relevant and they all have different skills that are required. Once you have decided on who your target audience is, what the objective of your talk is going to be and what angle you want to take, you need to divide your talk into points. We're going to start with the body of the talk. We'll deal with the introduction and conclusion in the next video. The reason is that once you have got your body done, the intro and the conclusion basically write themselves, so they're easy. So you need some points that you want to make in your talk. And I suggest that you use 3 or 5, depending on the length of your talk. The reason is that when you have an odd number of points, it's nice and balanced. And it seems to sit well with your audience. Whereas when it's even, it can often feel a bit sort of lopsided. So an odd number of points is best. Then what you do is that you give your points headings. So you have 3 or 5 headings. And these headings are where you're going to write the major content for your talk. And again, there are 3 to 5 points within each major point. Can you see how it works? It's a nice structure. So you've got a heading, 3 to 5 headings, and within each heading you've got 3 to 5 points. Make sense? Not too difficult. And you can always refer to your brainstorming for ideas. And when you've used an idea, cross it off. That way you know that it's covered somewhere. As you're writing your talk, think carefully about your use of language. For example, if you're giving a talk to a group of children, you don't want too many technical words or jargon, because that'll just go over your target audience's head. By the same token, if you're giving a talk to a group of adults, you don't really want to give the same talk as if you were doing it to children. So you need to think about what type of language you're going to use. Another really good idea when using language is to look at your onomatopoeic type words. Those are the words that sound like they are said, like pop and splash. If possible, use those words within your talk because they really help to create a picture in the audience's mind, and that helps to drag them in to what you're saying. Another really good idea is to use the word you in your talk. You is fantastic at making the audience think that you are talking to them specifically, especially when you use some of the other tips like eye contact, which we'll talk about in another video. So use the word you as much as you can, within reason. Nothing is a powerful tool if it gets overused, but the careful use of the word is an incredibly powerful tool. The last suggestion is to look at repetition. So if your main objective is to encourage people to do what your talk is about, then perhaps you can ask a question at the end of each point. So are you going to do this thing that I have suggested? And so you've ended up saying it quite a few times within your talk. That helps to get the message across without beating them over the head with it. So that's how the content of your talk is structured. You have 3 main points, and for each of those points you have 3 more points. You look at things like repetition, the use of the word you, and any onomatopoeia that you can use within your talk. That's it. That's your content written. And when it's nicely structured like that, it's not too difficult a task. Once the body of your talk is actually written, then you need to practice it. You need to say it out loud. Listen to whether or not it needs any tweaking. If it flows nicely from one point to another, the transitions from each point to another are clear and concise. You may also discover that you come up with some ideas for your introduction whilst you're doing the body of your talk. And that's great. If you do, make sure you jot them down so you don't forget them when you do write your introduction. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful, and if you have, please let me know in the comments below. Also, hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I next upload a video. And lastly, if you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button. So next week we're going to cover introductions and conclusions when we're writing our speech. Until then, we'll see you next time.